Hello everyone, and welcome to Science with Dr. K. Today we are going to do a science experiment to show how plants get water and nutrients using capillary action. There are two ways you can do this experiment. One with plants and one without. I'm going to show you the one with plants first. To do the one with plants, you will need a light colored plant like celery, romaine lettuce, or even a white flower. And you will need food coloring. First, you will fill a glass half full with just water, and then you will add several drops of food coloring. I chose blue for mine. It doesn't have to be exact. Next, you simply place your plant in the water with the dye, and you let it sit for several hours or overnight. Now, if you do not have a suitable plant or food coloring, you can use a paper towel or a napkin or even toilet paper. You'll take it and you'll fold it several times, hot dog style. Now you will need 2 cups for this. You're going to leave your second cup to the side for now. You're going to fill 1 cup halfway with water again, and then several drops of food coloring. After that, you place half of your paper in 1 cup with the water and dye, and the other half you leave in the cup with nothing in it. And you let that sit for several hours or overnight. With this one, I recommend overnight. It takes a little bit longer than the plants. Now, if you do not have food coloring, that is okay too. We can do this one more different way with a paper towel. You can use everyday water-based markers. So for most of you, that'll be like your Rose Art or your Crayola markers. They can even be washable, that's fine. You might even have some Liquimark. The brand doesn't really matter. You're going to take those colors. Several colors work best. You can just use one if you really want. And you're going to make marks on your towel. The more marker you use, the better. Just on 1/2 of your paper towel. Again, make sure it's folded hot dog style. And with one of your cups, you're still going to need 2 cups for this one. You fill it halfway with water, just water, that's it. And you're going to stick your paper towel or napkin or whatever you're using with this colored side into your cup. The other half, just like before, you just stick your empty half in the empty cup. And you're going to need to let that sit overnight as well. Now, I'm going to give you guys some time to stop the video and come back to it later, or if you want, we can move right along. Now's your time to stop the video if you want to do the experiment on your own. Alright, I'm going to start with the plant. I did celery, because that's what I had laying around. And this is after it sat overnight. So notice how my celery leaves have turned blue. A nice dark blue. And this is because as the plant sits in the water, it wicked up the water. It wicked up the water with the dye. And that ended up in the leaves. Almost looks like one of those plants you'd see in a science fiction show. Now, the reason this happens is because where you cut off the plant, the water enters it freely along with the dye with nothing to stop it. Normally the roots would filter it out, but with nothing to stop it, the dye goes right up to the top. And this plant will continue getting bluer and bluer and bluer the longer it stays in here. Now, if you didn't have the plant, that's fine. Not everybody has celery or romaine lettuce just sitting around. With your paper towel is going to be a little bit different. Now with your paper towel, you should have started to see at least a little bit of water in your second cup that was empty. And this is because the paper towel is no longer alive, so as it soaks up the water with the dye, it falls down into the second cup. So it soaks it up, it goes up, 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 up. And as it reaches the top, gravity pulls it back down into the second cup. So it's a little bit like a roller coaster ride. So it's going. And when it reaches the top, it falls down into the second cup. The paper towel can no longer hold on to it. And whether you use marker or food coloring, your result with the paper towel should be pretty much the same. Your colors might be different though. And this is all because of capillary action. So lots of things use capillary action. Plants use it. Candles use it. As the wax melts, it gets wicked up into the wick and gets soaked up in there. But it's most important for plants. It's how they get everything they need. That's the end of our video for now. We'll have more science experiments coming up next week. It's Dr. K signing off.